What's going on, guys? Medio Daddio Mining here. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. For everybody watching in real time, happy Friday. So the reason behind this video today is we are going to talk about Neoxa. And I am going to show you guys how to do a node setup using NodeOrbit. Originally, I did a video on how to set up a node in your own home so you don't have to pay NodeOrbit a fee to host it. Now, I mean, it's $6 a month to host it. No big deal. Whatever. That's great and dandy. There's plenty of videos out there that go over how to set this up on NodeOrbit, but there was a couple of people in the video that I posted that said, hey, can you please do one with a hosting service? So you can only host one node at your home unless you have multiple ISPs or outside IP addresses. So when you set up a node at your home, it utilizes your outside IP address and you can only use it once. So once you get your node up and running, you cannot do a second one. You'll have to use a hosting service, as far as I know anyway. That's what I've been led to believe. If anybody else knows anything different and you can actually do this, if you can actually host multiple nodes from your home, please let me know, because I haven't found a way to be able to do it yet. Okay, so anyways, the thought was to do this video once I got up to 3 million Neoxa. I was sitting at 2.7 for a little bit, just, waiting. I'm averaging, so I have two nodes set up. I'm averaging a 2,250 Neoxa payment per day about. And like I said, I was sitting at about 2.7 million, and I was just like, we're close. Let me just, pull some money and buy some Litecoin and transfer it to Neoxa and go from there. So I put $200 in, and that got me 270,000 Neoxa. I was short by about 25,000. So I took another $30 and bought another 30-ish thousand and transferred it over. So now I'm sitting just over 3 million. So let's do another node. Okay. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to NodeOrbit.com. I will leave this link down in the description below. So if you've never been to this website before, it is a hosting platform. You can host all kinds of different nodes on here. You can do a bunch of different Flux nodes. You can do Neoxa, Myria. Let's see what you can do. Streamer. Streamer's a good one. Let's see what else we got. A bunch of ones some that I've never heard of. Presearch, BlockX, Osmium, Raptorium, Firo. So yeah, I mean, you can host a bunch of nodes from here. Okay, so if you haven't done so already, and this is your first time here, you're going to want to create an account. I'm already logged in with mine. I'm sure you guys can figure out how to create an account. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to go to our dashboard, and this shows the nodes that you have. Currently, I have one, and so the way that this works is there's a ranking of nodes. There are, I think, 34 or 3,500 nodes out there, and once this countdown is reached, then you get paid, and then it starts over, and you keep going from there. So obviously, the more nodes there are out there, the longer it is between payments. Just like mining. The more people mining, the less your cut is. It's the way it works. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is scroll down, and then you are going to purchase a Neoxa node. Here we go right here. Buy now. Create Neoxa node. Enter the required info. I don't think there's anything else. Nope, so hit next payment. Okay, so they charge you $6 a month to use the node. That is the year-long price. So really, it's $6 a month, but you have to pay the annual fee right now. So you got to pay the whole thing. They do have a monthly option where you can pay, once a month, but it does cost more. I'm just going to pay, get it done with. And also, if anybody out there knows of or follows your friend Andy, he has a 10% off discount code that you can use by just typing in Andy, and you'll get a little bit off. Okay, so I'm going to go through the purchase portion of this off camera, just so we don't have to deal with constantly blurring things out. So I will see you in just a second. Okay, so after you enter your credit card or bank information, after you complete your payment, you will see this page, order complete. We appreciate your business, blah, 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 blah. So the next thing we need to do is go to our account. Sorry, not account, I meant dashboard. And actually, I want to get more nodes. I would love to get up to about 5 or 6. I think that would just be a nice round number. I really do, even though Neoxa is kind of in the toilet right now, it's a really good project in my opinion. I really like it. I hope it gets back up there during this next bull run. Hopefully it'll be coming very soon. But I really like the idea of the node. Like I can just, like I mined a bunch of this coin back in the beginning when it first came out, and then from there on I was kind of buying as I could. And I just like the idea of, in a sense, staking the coin that you have and allowing that coin to just make you money on the daily or every other day. Something of that sort. Then you don't have to worry about power or any of that stuff. I mean, yeah, we have to pay for hosting the node on NodeOrbit, but, $6 a month, $70 a year, not a big deal. And I mean, really, I kind of enjoy the fact that I have these spread out. I mean, I bought this one today, obviously, September 6th, and the other one that I did was June 4th. Obviously, it'll renew when that time comes up, and it's kind of nice to have them spread out, and, so I don't have 5 nodes all coming out, $70, $70, $70, $70 all at the same time. So that's a wonderful thing. Okay, on to the next part. I'm done rambling. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is update our node key. So you come down to this actions box right here, hit the drop down, update node data. Okay, so we need to get our key for this. So we are going to scoot over to the core wallet. So now with this, you obviously have to have the core wallet installed, and you also have to have it 100% synced. And I'm not going to go over that. I've already done a video on that one. If you haven't installed the core wallet yet, I will leave a link in the description below to that video if you need to install that core wallet. Okay, so anyways, let's go to my Neoxa wallet. And essentially what we are going to do here is to show that we have 1 million Neoxa set aside for this, we have to send ourselves 1 million Neoxa. So we need to go to receive. You can put a label on it if you want, or you can leave it blank. I'm just going to call it NodeOrbit 2. Okay, so we want to hit request payment. And there's our label, NodeOrbit 2. So click copy address. We're going to close this. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is send, because we are sending ourselves 1 million Neoxa. So we're going to we're going to paste the address that we just copied from our receive tab. And we know it's the right address because it has our NodeOrbit 2 label to it. So we want to put in here 1 million Neoxa. So 1,000,000. And there is 1 million. Perfect. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to hit send, and it's going to send it to ourselves. So right here, it's letting you know that there are fees associated with this. So you want to make sure that you have more than the million that you have. So you don't want to do this with just 1 million, because now you'll be under the million and the node will not work. So right now I'm sitting at 3,003,000 Neoxa, so I'm good. So let's hit yes. Okay, there it is. Just sent a payment to myself. Cool. Back to overview. I'm sorry, not overview, transactions. So payment to yourself. So with this, you want to wait for, you need to wait for a confirmation, just one. I believe there's 6. So you'll need to wait for just one confirmation to take place, because we will need some information. Come on, give me a confirmation. Okay, so I'm going to sit on this for a couple of minutes, and we'll see if we get our confirmations out there. So I'll be back with you guys in a few. Okay, so we have, sorry, let me click here again. Okay, we have, 10 confirmations. We only need one, so that's good. Okay, so the next thing that we need is this little string right here. And I will leave this in the description below if it lets me. I don't know if it will. I don't see why it wouldn't, but I don't know. Sometimes they get kind of weird with certain things in the description. So that way you guys don't have to try to copy this down. And don't worry about the this one down here. That's just so I have a brand new one, so I don't have to just delete stuff. I can just copy this and we're off to the races. So, okay, so we need to find our transaction ID. So we're going to right click on this payment to yourself and copy transaction ID. So now that we have that copied, we'll bring this guy back over here and we will just highlight or delete this spot here. Make sure that you leave the quotation marks, and we're going to paste in that transaction ID right there. Okay, we'll move this off to the side for now. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to bring up the debugger tool. So you go up here to the wallet, go to tools, debug console, and then down here you are going to type smart node outputs. Hang on, let me set the mic down. Smart node outputs. Okay, what we are looking for is if these numbers right here next to these addresses, if they are a 1 or a 0. In our case, it is a 1. So you want to go down here to where it says output. You want to delete output, keep the quotations, and then you're going to put in a 1. Okay, let's move this guy back. So the next thing, before I move it back, the next thing we need to do is find the server IP address and the port. Let's move this out of the way now. And then we will go back to our node. Crap, I can't go back. Okay, we'll go back here, this way. Okay, so next we need the IP address, which is location right here. Obviously, I have it grayed out, or not grayed out, but, you know, hidden. Okay, so we're going to copy that. And we will paste it in here. And we will put a colon. And the port that we want is 8788. So then the last thing that we need is the fee address. So we need to go back to the wallet, back to the debug console. Okay, so the next thing we want to type in is list address balances. I'm going to start typing. Sorry, I'm typing one-handed. List address balances right there. Hit enter. Okay, so here is all of our addresses. So really, we just need to pick any address in here with a balance except for our 1 million. We're using this as collateral, so we do not want to use it for fees. So we need to use any other address in here that has a balance that is not the 1 million. So I'll just come up here and we'll copy this one right here. Copy. And then we will paste that into our notepad. And paste. So the next thing that we want to do is copy this entire thing right here. Now that we have it copied, we can come back here to the debug line, paste, and then hit enter. Okay, so what we want right here is the operator secret. So we will take this, copy it, now we can go paste, and then hit update. Node updated successfully. Return to dashboard. Smart node removed from list. I mean, it could take a few minutes to update. Let's sit on this for maybe 5-10 minutes or something like that, and let's see if this changes. I don't really like that smart node removed from list. I don't recall seeing that with this one. Okay, it's been maybe 2 minutes, maybe not even. I just hit the refresh button right here, and here we go. Node is ready and earning rewards. So starting it, so there are now 3,608 nodes. So that's how long I will have to wait until my next one. 2330 for my other one, and then my first node, which is the one I set up at home, that's probably due here in the next few hours. This node and my first node are about actually pretty even with each other. pretty much as far as like, doing one and then on this day and then doing one the next day. But yeah, so I can't wait to start seeing payments for this guy. What I want to do real quick is I want to calculate how much my take is going to be per month. So this is not exact. I've never really timed it or done any research on exactly what the time frame is between node payments. As I showed you previously in the on NodeOrbit, there's a countdown on here. I'll just show you. Okay, so right now my rank is 2,370. So there's 2,370 more nodes that it needs to get through before it's my turn, or 2,369 really. So as this keeps counting down, actually I'll refresh it. It'll probably drop more. Okay, so 2,299 now is how many nodes it needs to get through before it's my turn to get paid again. So this makes a full rotation all the way through, I want to say about every 40 hours or so, give or take. It might be different now. Obviously, as more nodes get added online, the longer it takes to go through this. But for the sake of math, let's do 40 hours. Okay, so let's convert the number of days in a month to hours. Okay, so let's do 30 days instead of 31. So let's do 30 times 24 is 720 hours. So let's divide that by how many hours it takes to get paid, which is 40. So that will be 18 payments, or not 18 payments, but 18 revolutions of this rank number here. How many it'll take 18 times to go through this in a month. So in that 18 times, I get paid 3 per round. So 18. Okay, so I'll do 2250. So 2,250 is a node payment. We're getting 3 of them times 3. Times that by 18. That's how many revolutions we're going through. I don't know why I keep saying revolution. That's not the word that I want, but that's how many times we go through this. 18 times. So 18. So in 1 month, we will be making 121,500 Neoxa. So let's check the pricing on that right now, which is not very much. So let's times that. So $90.45, and it's costing me $12 a month to run this thing. So I mean that's a pretty good payout. Not bad. And actually, really, if Neoxa goes up to the price that it was when this whole thing first started, it was, oh man, it wasn't it. It was like at 7. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, talking to myself. So the price when I first started getting into Neoxa was like 0.007, blah, 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 whatever. So right now there's another 0 here, and this 7 is here. So I mean, the price was a lot better back when this whole thing first started. So if it gets back up to this point again, let's times this by 121,500. So $880 a month with very little overhead. I think that's fantastic. I really hope that it gets back up to the old price or even better. I mean, obviously, but I think that's a pretty good pay for $12 a month. I mean, obviously I had to have the initial seed money, but I don't know. I like it. So yeah, that is how you set up a node using NodeOrbit. Again, all the information is down below. Please like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know that you enjoyed this video, or if it helped you out, any of that good stuff. Just, drop a comment down below. And everybody have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you guys next time.